Hello, everybody, and welcome to another excitingly excellent episode of X-Men Mayhem. This week we talk about X-Men First Class.
X-Men. X-Men.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to X-Men Mayhem. I am your host, Darien.
I'm your other host, Landon.
And today we're going to get into the next movie that's in our, I always
Catalog.
like, yeah, I guess. I always struggle with what to call it because it's like a movie marathon watch through thing. Based it's not a marathon because we're watching one a week, so it's like I don't know, it's something.
Heck, I know. I'm just gonna call it
Um,
movie catalog.
Sure. But yeah, so last week we watched X-Men Origins Wolverine. We were in the podcast room. Now only one of us is in the podcast room, and the other one is in my
Yeah,
house.
you can tell by the lighting who's in the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I can hold. Well, I mean, I got.
Ah,
No, it's too bright.
here, hold on. Let me just
I ain't doing it.
do.
I think this is fine lighting.
I'll just do this.
I had questioned about whether because I always choose a background for the movie, and I chose the first class mutant logo, whatever. But I was
Yeah.
like, should I put a swastika back there?
Oh my
But
God.
then I was like, no.
Um, I do want to say the best part of this movie is probably the end when Eric turns. That's
Okay.
with the coin through the hat. That's my favorite scene. That
Oh,
and
that was a cool scene.
obviously the recruitment
Yeah, that was
part.
good.
Yeah.
This movie has two Superman cast members.
Yeah.
Nicholas Hoult,
Hmm.
Beast. Um, so yes, that's our Lex Luthor, and then the guy who plays the Darwin, who could like turn to stone and stuff, and then he got killed, even though he's not supposed to be able to die.
Remember
Um,
when X-Men killed off a character who couldn't die?
yeah, that's Mr. Terrific. So, I thought that was I kept that in mind throughout the whole time. I was like, they've already done a movie together.
Hmm.
Um, but that was fun. I guess we go and get. What were your thoughts going into the movie?
I saw it back. I like rented it on like a Redbox a long time ago, and because my dad just heard like a good review of it, and I didn't really like pay attention to the movie. I was just doing my own thing while I was on in the background. But I always heard for years that this is like, I don't know, you could argue this is actually the best in the series. And it's pretty an interesting time because what year did this come out? 2012?
2011.
2011. So at that point, MCU started to really take off. Take off. I'm not saying that it was first
You can
going
tell
because
because they gave this movie a lot more budget than the other
you know, a
ones.
lot more budget, and you could tell it was a lot A for effort.
Yeah.
And you could tell they really tried with this, and I think they succeeded. Honestly, it was really good. Good.
Yeah. I had never seen this movie. I'd
Mhm.
seen clips, many clips, but I'd never seen this movie. Uh, and I think that this was a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that, at least not at the moment. I don't know. I still think I may have liked is a better made movie, but I think I might have liked X2 a little bit.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, a little bit
That,
more.
that was like my least favorite.
No,
No,
I thought X3 was or X-Men
oh
Last
no,
Stand.
it's X1. X1's been like kind of my least, well, not the least favorite of this what we reviewed, but out of the original trilogy, that because it kept getting like better and better.
I don't know. I This movie was I don't know what it was about. I think it was I just couldn't like there were parts of it that I was into. I was into more like the whole all the Magneto stuff.
Mhm.
And obviously I like the villain of it, Hellfire Club. We got Emma Frost in there. She looked great with
Oh
her
yeah.
whole powers.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I don't know. I think it's just like taking me a minute to like get used to. Oh, we're back. We're in the past now, and we're gonna be in the past for a while.
Yeah, we're
Um,
staying.
and I also noticed, and I don't know if I was just like not Magneto is American,
Yeah.
and he's not American in the original trilogy.
No, he's not. He is
Um,
whatever you call
yeah,
it.
but the thing is, like, and you can tell, I can tell Michael Fassbender, the actor that plays him, he's Irish, I'm pretty sure, and
Yeah.
I can hear it when he talks
His
sometimes.
Irish accent. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
heard it too. Too.
Like you should just made him talk British. I feel like that'd be easier.
I don't know. So,
But that
we
was
think
just
of
like a
James
nitpick. I didn't mean to like
McAvoy.
start off with a nitpick, but
We think of James McAvoy as Charles.
I like James McAvoy, so I already, and plus I think I already had seen it. He's in Days of Future Past, so I mean,
Yeah.
and so was Magneto, but whatever.
So what's the
Um,
issue?
no, nothing's the issue with him. It's
Yeah.
with it's Magneto. I don't know. I like the way he's portrayed, but I don't think like I could have probably seen a better actor chosen,
Mhm.
or if not, better direction for the character in terms of like
Oh, I can see that.
acting like Magneto.
I can see
Um,
that.
I also found it strange that Charles and Mystique like grew up together,
Yeah, I think that's because I don't remember that happening in the comics at all, unless I am forgetting a
and
big
that's also
key.
not alluded to in the original trilogy. So
Never alluded to and it's kind of weird how they come across each other because like
he like broke into his house.
broke into his house and and it was pretty interesting to see them both grow up in two very different kinds of lives.
Yeah,
His Charles was rich, had money, he's living not like a mansion, but like had a nice house.
it was a mansion.
While Eric was
Yeah, in the
obviously
concentration camp. Yeah.
yeah, it was awful.
Which it started off. The opening scene of the movie is the opening scene of X-Men 1.
Yeah.
Just it kind of expanded. The villain. I know we're kind of not like really going into the plot, which I think is fine. We can kind of touch on all that. I think the villain might have been my favorite part of the movie, only because like he's. I thought he was just really cool.
Yeah.
This is Kevin Bacon, so I mean,
That's kind of amazing. I tell you what though, one scene I loved, and I remember this sticking with me, was the whole recruitment
yeah,
scene. They come up to different people, and it's I don't want to sound crass here, but like they go up to like they're like in the strip club and all that. And
yeah,
he's like, yeah, we're thinking that we show you ours, and then you show us yours. So like, that's not how it works around here. And then he's like, really? And he does like the magnetic and
yeah.
that. And she has like butterfly wings, which I thought was pretty cool. It was like the tattoo,
Hmm.
and I thought that was cool. And of course, you get the best scene. I think
With
best scene of the movie.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was
uh,
good.
which I loved.
Um, yeah, it was a fun cameo.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to think. Okay, so the whole plot of the movie is like it's the villain Sebastian Shaw, and he's trying to, I think, acquire some sort of missiles or get the government to give him missiles to do something and start World War III.
Do
I can't
something
remember what
evil.
he wanted. I can't remember what he wanted to do. But
Yeah.
and they're trying to stop this. Obviously, this is the same guy who also created not well created Magneto. Um quote unquote. But trying to I lost my train of thought while I was saying hold on. Plot. Anyway, they go and they recruit everybody. Like we said, you have Darwin and uh, Havoc is there, which is Cyclops' brother, and what's the other one? Banshee. Uh, there's a girl with the wings. They call her Angel, but I thought Angel was a different
Yeah, Angel's
X-Men.
different though.
Yeah, so I'm confused. But
Angel's Angel.
um,
He's the guy with the angel wings.
yeah, and then so you get all them there. You get that cool scene where because you find out and you see the origin of Magneto's helmet was Sebastian Shaw got it so Xavier couldn't attack him. He got it from the Russian
Yeah.
government.
Yeah.
Um and he's selling that's what it was. I'm pretty sure he was trying to sell the Russians weapons from the US to start a war.
Mm.
and so that's where they were stopping. Um,
I love the outfits in this movie, by the way. The team outfits, very classic looking. I really enjoyed them.
I mean, you had Beast. I mean, Beast shows up. Hank McCoy. I didn't know he was in this movie.
Yeah, no, I
I thought,
remember being in this movie because I remember that one scene where his like feet like grow out and stuff. It's
yeah,
just like, oh my God.
yeah. You got like the sort of Jekyll and Hyde or like werewolf monster transformation scene
Yeah,
with him,
yeah,
which
it's
was really
awesome.
cool. Yeah. He kind of has like a little bit of a relationship with Mystique, as like flirting with everyone in this movie.
Yeah,
I mean, like Beast, Xavier, Magneto.
yeah,
I mean, like,
right. Mm. For the team, I guess. I don't know.
yeah. But let's see. Trying to think. I guess we get into this. There's that scene where Sebastian Shaw and all his people like charge in on like the government area where all the recruits are at right at that point. You meet a couple of his people. One of them's name is, I think I looked it up, Riptide. He can create like
Yeah,
tornadoes.
Reptiles.
And then the other one's Azazel, which is actually Nightcrawler's dad.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah,
which is
which
interesting.
I guess they, what do you call it? I know in the, sorry, just checking my battery life. Um, yeah, I know in the X-Men Origins Wolverine game, they try to hit that Mystique and, will.i.am's character is Nightcrawler's dad. But it's which
The
I guess that's why he gets
timelines
when he's
are getting
blue.
confusing.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. The following movie, they end up
Okay, so yeah, Zazel, the red guy being Nightcrawler's dad.
yeah.
Zazel is also in Deadpool and Wolverine. He
Mhm.
was one of the characters that was shown there. I think we've almost ran out of characters that were in the trailer to talk that
Yeah,
we'll recognize from the movies. But yeah, you had all them. I can't remember if there's anyone else with him, Emma Frost, but I think that was it. Yeah. Trying to. I feel like I'm missing something big. I mean, obviously you get all the training sequences. You get Beast, which
yeah,
is cool. He develops the X-Men jet, the Blackbird or whatever it's called. And he's got like he's his human form first, so he's still got like the weird feet,
yeah,
but and he can do all the Beast stuff. He's just not blue and hairy.
yeah,
Until later when he develops the cure, or something. It's to cure your look and but like let you keep your powers. And he's gonna give it to Mystique, but Magneto is starting to get in Mystique's head about the
mhm,
whole like you should want to be normal by like looking like your normal self.
yeah,
Um and going all that stuff like he did in the movies. I
yeah,
like the other ones. And so Beast takes that cure and it messes up. That's when you get the cool monster transformation. He grows all the hair. He looks weird.
yeah.
He's
Very,
no
yeah.
Frasier.
No,
I think he
yeah,
looks better in the next few movies,
he does. It looks
which
weird.
maybe it's because this is his like first
It's
transformation.
an
So
early
it's
trend.
kind of yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Um, I don't know. It looks weird, but I'm gonna give it a pass because it's like his early stages, you know.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. You get Charles and Magneto. I thought they would build up their relationship a little bit more in this movie.
Yeah, it's not as intense as I remember it being, but I'd say the emotional stakes are there. Unfortunately, it's at the end,
Yeah.
really, and it's just like,
Now,
well, the
obviously, I mean, just obviously, it's spoilers, but this is like an old
yeah,
movie. This thing literally came out like what, 13
long
years
enough
ago?
ago.
Yeah. But I mean, he gets paralyzed at the end of it. Obviously, it
Yeah,
was Magneto. You get the whole thing. Like Magneto kills Shaw with the coin,
yeah, and that was cool.
and
And he tries to speak with him. He's like, Charles, he's like, Eric, stop it.
yeah,
And yeah, he puts on the helmet and he blocked him off, you know.
yeah. So you get that, and then he comes out. The U.S. Army are fire missiles at them. Which the agent that was with them, CIA agent, Moira McTaggart, who is also a character from the original trilogy of movies. She's that doctor or nurse or whatever she was that Charles was talking with. a few
Yeah.
times on like the TV screen, and she was also in the post-credit scene where like she heard Charles' voice come from that body. Um,
Mm.
that's her in the future, I guess. But she was like their kind of liaison with the government, and the government went behind her and are basically launching these nukes.
Yeah.
Um, Magneto stops them all, and he turns them around, goes to throw them back, and you get the fight between him and Charles. Um, and then Moira starts shooting at him. He's blocking all the bullets, I'm pretty sure. And one of them, when he like tosses it away, it hits Charles in the back, and obviously he
Yeah.
can't feel his legs anymore. That was kind
Well,
of emotional, even though like
a bit of
already
a sad scene of something I knew what would happen.
yeah. Um,
Which I think that's when Days of Future Past looks really cool because he's like
yeah.
going mad a bit, and it's cool.
Um, kind of. Oh yeah. So after that, I mean, you get the whole thing. You get introduced to the mansion, again, and he's like, "We're gonna make this an academy." She, she makes us this. The girl, Moira, makes a stupid joke, and I like scoffed at this because I just thought it was like stupid. When she was like, or was it him that said? I can't remember. They were talking about like, well, now he can't walk. He's like, I guess I really am a professor now. And then he says, next thing you know, I'll go bald or something like that. And I'm like, that's like what happens in
Yeah,
these prequel superhero movies. It's like, come on, it's
they
like,
make fun of what they turn into. Oh yeah, he does go bald, doesn't he? Ain't that
they do.
clever?
He calls them the G-Men, but I was thinking the G-Men is what the X-Men are called in the boys' universe. It's
Yeah.
weird. But then,
Lawsuit
but
waiting to happen.
then they obviously get rebranded to the X-Men.
Hmm.
Um, Magneto goes and frees what's her name? Emma Frost.
Yeah, Emma
And he's got
Frost.
his whole red outfit going on. He says also a really corny line. This might have shown how much I might have been nitpicking a little bit in certain scenes because the one thing I noticed right when it showed him, I was like, his helmet's really crooked. It
Yeah, it
was like
really
really
is.
crooked.
Okay.
It was like this. And I was like, okay, just like fix it.
Magnus would not wear it like
Just
that.
like um I don't know. I think my favorite thing about this movie are the effects. I think like the visual effects of the movie are really good.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah, I
Um,
agree.
yeah, especially like the oh man, this is my favorite scene when Shaw kills Darwin. He takes that energy and he puts it in his mouth, whatever, and he just
Mhm.
starts turning into all of the like the different um like I guess substance. I don't know what they are,
Yeah.
elements or something, and eventually he just like explodes from it. I thought that scene
I,
was so cool.
I'm really surprised they didn't hint, unless I'm forgetting something, they didn't like try to hint at like Cyclops and Jean.
Well, I mean, you have Cyclops' brother,
Yeah, that's true.
and then
I don't know.
there's not really any genes. So I mean,
Yeah, there's no Jean. And I was surprised considering they were like his first students.
yeah,
And so I get if they like maybe came in a bit later once he started to school, but
this
I'm surprised
does.
there
I
wasn't.
mean, there are timeline issues. I think this is where it starts,
Yeah.
or actually, X-Men Origins Wolverine might have been where it started. But um, the one thing they do get right is the whole Beast and Xavier thing because he did say that Beast was on his team originally
Yeah.
anyway,
Way back. Yeah.
which they explore in the next few movies.
Yeah.
Um, after the Wolverine, which is the next one. But um, yeah, so at least they got that right.
Yeah.
Overall though, I mean, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty good.
Hmm.
I
You
was
think it's just
into
like
it.
nothing really to write home about?
No, I mean this. I wrote home. I'd be like, you should check this movie out. But I wouldn't say it's like the best X-Men movie. I think Days of Future Past is still the best X-Men
A
movie.
little better. And that one I've
And Days of
never seen.
Future Past literally has Bishop in it for one scene, but he's in it.
Isn't Jubilee in it as well for one scene, or is that Apocalypse?
And Quicksilver. Quicksilver's in it for way more than one scene.
Yeah. It has like the
Um,
best scenes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Days of Future Past is the first movie with Sentinels.
I'm it is. It is. And I'll be honest, I think it was I kind of commend them a bit. Granted, he is in the movie, but I'm not going to count it. I think it was pretty ballsy to have an X-Men movie without Wolverine in it.
Yeah, well, I'll go and say this: if when the MCU does X-Men, I hope they don't put Wolverine in for at
No,
least
I
the
agree.
first one.
I agree.
Um,
Second one.
yeah, I don't think that the X-Men need Wolverine to be popular. I just think he's a bonus.
And X-Men 97 proves it.
Yeah, because
I
he's
think.
barely in it.
He's barely in
He
it,
was out
and
for the count for the last episode or whatever. I mean,
yeah.
the episode episode was great.
Yeah, like Wolverine will I think will always be the fan favorite, but
Yeah,
or the general public's favorite, but it's how would I describe it? You don't need Wolverine to make the X-Men cool.
no. But yeah, I guess like I said, I liked the movie. Thought it was good. I'd probably watch it again at some
Yeah.
point. Maybe it'll probably grow on me as more I sit with it. Because I
The
literally
more
only
months
finished
these
it like a
movies
couple
get.
hours ago.
It could be your
Um,
favorite by the time like we're done with these movies and all of them
no,
are.
by the time we're done with these movies, I think Logan's gonna be my favorite.
Oh well, yeah, forget about that.
But I mean, yeah, that's my thoughts though.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I completely agree. I enjoyed it. I think more than you. I think I really like the look of this film. I think that's a bit. I like the
it
colors
looks
with
new.
it.
It looks newer, and I think that's like because it's like in 2011, the early 2000s X-Men are look a little grainy in a
And you
way.
gotta think of what superhero movies looked at the time as well, like with Blade and I was just around the time where it was just being taken seriously. So it had used darker colors. I mean, you look at the final scene of the first X-Men, how dark it is, and it's just not much color with it. But I like it though. I was really surprised and impressed of how good the movie looked.
Yeah.
Hooked. I don't know, I liked it. If I mean, I guess I'm gonna get to my rating real quick. I mean, I'd say I'd give it like an 8, 7.5.
Oh, I was gonna do a 7.5. That was my
7.5. I'm
score.
gonna stay with an 8, which is great. I think it's pretty. I think it's great. It's a good
Yeah.
movie. Recommend it.
Update. We have acquired tickets to Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes.
Um, Landon thought he
Friday
could
night.
pull one over on me and say that he bought tickets for Garfield, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. No, you almost reminded you. I was like, crap. It's like I screwed up bad. And you're like, what did you do? So
I'm
I'm
like, you
figuring.
lying.
It took me way too long, and I downloaded too many apps just to have the Garfield movie on top of my
And
ticket.
it just and it was so easy to figure out that it was not
Fake.
yeah, because I literally just looked at the time that you took the screenshot and the time that you sent it, and I'm like, you did not.
You did not just send this. You did not just take
Um,
a screenshot. You just took your
but yeah,
screenshot and just sat there for a
um,
minute. And then just,
yeah, but we have tickets now, so it's locked in.
so I guess for
July 26th, opening day, opening night, I guess.
I guess we might switch up the extra. I don't know how you want to do it. If you want, this would be the exception if this episode comes out earlier. Then so we get a review out there as quick as we can. We haven't really
Well, we
discussed that.
have I have it to where the final episode of this series releases the Wednesday, right, like 2 days before Deadpool comes out. So
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, next week we're gonna be reviewing The Wolverine, another movie I've never seen.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
again saw it a long time ago, back on like my
no
Xbox
idea if it's any good or
360.
not. I don't even think I've seen clips from it, to be honest.
I know. Only thing I know. I think I remember from what I remember. The whole movie's pretty decent until the very end with the villain.
Um, okay.
I'm trying to. So yeah, after that, after the Wolverine's the break. Well, no
Yeah.
longer a break.
No
It's
longer. We gotta watch
Madam
Madam Web.
Web.
That's gonna
A
be
movie
fun.
I wanted to go to theaters to see, but you said no for
Yeah,
some
aren't you
reason.
glad?
No, because
Yes. Yes, you are. Now you get to watch it in the comfort of your home. Told you.
oh holy crap,
Okay.
that's there we go.
We had technical difficulties. Landon is now in the
Almost
podcast
done.
room again.
Yeah.
We are gonna go ahead and get out of here. And oh my, oh, we're gonna we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. And I'm gonna see you all. I don't know where he went. We're I'm gonna see you all in the next. This is horrible. I'm doing this by myself, but I'm doing it. Bye, guys.
from destruction.